Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires, where today we are claiming Dagrax and in a torrent of blood and fire. You would think that Khorne would be into this sort of thing, but I guess his forces have to resist, because if they don't, where else is the blood going to come from? So we could just take this as an auto-resolve. It would do a ton of damage to our units, but the game would just give it to us. The thing is, the army of the Gore Queen is like 2 turns away. It definitely behooves us to come through this in as good of a shape as possible so that we are ready when she arrives. And also, I just want to do a big battle. We haven't done a manual big battle in a while, or maybe a battle of this size, maybe at all this campaign. So yeah, I think this will be good. Things to note about the enemy force here. First of all, they have a bunch of Chosen. And then also just like other Chaos Warriors and stuff. And it is worth noting that our Chaos Warriors of Khorne with the dual weapons have very high melee attack for just random infantry troops and have pretty good base weapon strength, but not a ton of that weapon strength is actually armor piercing. So it is going to be tough for us to wear down those Chosen. We're definitely going to be very reliant on like the Hell Cannons, and of course any flanking stuff done by the Chaos Trolls, the Spawn and whatnot. We're definitely going to want to try to hammer and anvil these as best we can. They have a bunch of Chaos Knights that we do have to be wary of. Their less armored troops, I think, are mostly going to go down quite easily. We do have 4 fully leveled up units of Pink Horrors in this army, and also our own flying troops to counter. So I had to imagine a bunch of Doom Knights is going to be able to take a Manticore. Well, maybe. 49 attack, 40 defense versus 50 attack, 36 defense. So they're going to be doing a lot of damage to each other. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Let's just get into it. We have 1 set of siege towers built, which is not as many as I was hoping. But that'll help us deposit some aspiring champions or something directly onto the wall. The aspiring champions, okay, they have a little bit better armor piercing damage. It's going to be tough. We do not excel at busting enemy armor in melee, and we haven't really spec'd for it. Like, our Chaos Warriors could be wielding armor-piercing halberds or something. We optimized for a very different thing, right? Then, of course, there is the fact that we have Be'lakor and Jorhul, both of whom are just absolutely terrifying combat units. Yeah, this whole army is great. I'm very, very sure that we're going to be okay. So I think we're going to want to split Be'lakor's army mostly away from this side of the battlefield, so that when the reinforcement army comes in, they have a nice clean angle to approach through. You know what? We'll probably want to put something over here, though, because we do want to bust a gate open on this side. We want the reinforcements to be able to surge into the actual battle as quickly as possible, I think. Maybe just like a unit of trolls or 2, just something to go and break the gate. It could even be Be'lakor. You just put Be'lakor over here, have Be'lakor surge down and smash the gate at the beginning of the battle. So we don't have any idea how they're going to set up to begin with. How long are we? Okay, no timer. Yeah, we're not going to be able to put up a ladder on these parts of the wall anyway. So if we come at them like this, we can probably be in a position where there's only the 1 set of towers shooting at us. We can avoid these ones entirely by just being out of their arc. I'm gonna bring the towers through to here. And then the question, how much other stuff do we need on this side for support? Over here, we have a relatively direct path into the heart of the base. Yeah, troops on this side are going to be much harder pressed to actually contribute to the battle, I feel like. But we should definitely put some people over here. We have a safer approach on this side because of the way the towers are set up. So let's go like... Do I want all of the axes over here? No, let's take these and the mirror guard. We'll call this group 2. You two are group 1. I'm going to put those troops in group 1 as well. Do we want to split the pink horrors? No, I don't think so. I think group 2 is going to be mostly a distraction. We can put we can put like a unit of monsters, maybe 2 units of monsters over here. Do I want to... Here, we'll put the trolls in with them. And maybe they also get the giant? It's got to be a big enough force that the enemy has to take it seriously, right? Does the hell cannon go over here as well?
I am exalted.
I think Jorhul and Bellicor are going to together be on the south side. Like I said, we'll fly through and attack stuff wherever it makes sense, or we'll bash a gate open or whatever. So how do we want to distribute the rest of this stuff? I really do want to commit the vast majority of our troops to the other side. Here, we'll throw in the Shaggoths, or the Dragon Ogres. These are the non-Shaggoth Dragon Ogres. Okay.
Cornus bloody glory.
So, right at the beginning of the battle, we sweep these troops this way. Oh, it's just not going to let me walk in that area. This is all considered unpathable terrain, despite the fact that it's a fucking open field. Well, maybe it's just showing me that it can't deploy there. I kind of expect it to do something crappy like that. I guess it won't matter, maybe. It'll depend on how they deploy. I was just thinking getting us out of this tower arc by sweeping around this way and waiting until the siege towers dock. You all are also part of group 1. I don't know where to put the hell cannons so that they will be safe. This is a downside of being on this end, I guess. Yeah. All right, and then the spawn. Okay. Let's start the battle. So, how did our enemies set up? Okay, they have troops behind this gate, but nothing that can get up on the wall, and as such, nothing that can give them control of the tower. They actually didn't start anything in control of these towers either, which is really interesting. So we're in no danger at all? Curious. We're going to mostly stick to the plan in case they move their troops around. Okay, my reinforcement army's coming in instantly. Not what I was expecting. So that's a force of chosen. Well, I guess Bellicor and Jorhul are just killing the troops on the wall here to prevent those towers from becoming active. And group 2 is then... Huh. Why did they defend this? I have no idea why they chose to defend that particular one so heavily. They did put a lot of the good anti-large troops over here, which is concerning. But I think the thing to do is just to charge the gatehouse. The rest of you just kind of move up and stay close. All right.
I have always been here, watching, waiting. Ask the the ever-chosen. Ask the remnants of Mordheim.
All right. Yeah, you got a lot of things to say there, friend. Flying units just fly over the gate. I definitely selected an area that included both of you. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be able to do some real harm here very quickly, which I'm excited about. And then do we want to have... We probably don't want to try to climb the ladder, right? Like, we could just... We have spawn and dragon ogres and shit. We'll just have them go say hi to the gate. And most of the rest of you just hang out nearby. Okay, camera, thank you. It is remarkable how often the camera in this game just decides that whatever you were telling it to do is bullshit. It knows better. It's going to do what it wants to do. Alright, so... Damage self, but temporarily gain spell mastery. Hit this right as we descend on these chosen. Okay, those poor guys never stood a chance. Oh, I see a tower coloration filling up over here. Okay, they're moving Chaos Warriors and Chosen up onto the wall now. Which basically just makes this approach correct. I guess the spawn should really be going for the door. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, gate's under attack. We'll see how this goes. Maybe I shouldn't be attacking the gate. I don't know. I suppose there's an argument to be made. Do I want to do a great big pit of shades over here? It's not really that expensive. It's kind of a small area. But, like, we're going to want to... It doesn't really feel worth it, does it? These enemies are so, there's so few of them. So we can enfeeble a single foe. I had to remind myself what all of our spells do. Nah, you know what? We're good. Just keep it going how it's going. We have I think, fairly well prevented the, Get in on those spawn. Do not let them set up.
Savage duty.
Yeah, the spawn do a lot of damage, but they do not take damage very well.
On tireless foot.
Okay, they're not actually going in. Never mind. Nope, maybe they are. I want them to commit and then to hit them in the back. Bellicor is getting rocked by that giant, I think. Let's enfeeble the giant. Is it the giant? It's probably the giant. The spawn are basically dead. Dragon ogres are working over the gate pretty quickly, but also we may not even need to. That gate, the gate may come under our control before it even becomes relevant. Okay, so we're up here on the wall. We are actively fighting. This should be a fairly tough fight because they have their halberds, and they are well positioned to actually harm us. But we're getting control of the towers, which makes it a lot easier for our other troops to lend support. So, speaking of lending support, let's get some axes up in those siege elevators. And you lot probably can't get a clean shot. This is just normal chosen. I'm going to move... Wait. Trying to have these 4 units selected. What was the other? Huh. It was showing something else in the unit drawing. All right. Get into a position where we can maybe shoot up at the troops on the top of the wall there. And this gate is busted. So the question is, do we actually go through? Do we try to bait them out into us? I don't necessarily want to charge into their halberds. As long as they don't have control of the towers here, this is a pretty low intensity situation. So I think what we might do is just get into some setup positions here. If they want to come out, we'll fall in and fight them. And if not, we're just keeping a superior force occupied with will they, won't they, while we do horrible things on all of the other fronts. Ah, here's my hell cannons. Y'all kind of get over here. I guess you guys can just go work this gate over. It probably doesn't need to be broken down. Probably the situation will be resolved before that. I know that gate looks open, but we've seen that that bug before. If we try to actually use it, it will not work the way we want. I believe we have... We're going to throw some damage on these Chosen. Wait, have we? Oh, this is not a victory point. These are the victory points. Okay, yeah, we got lots and lots of incoming, which I am not in love with. Not much we can do about it, though, I guess. Finished off the enemy lord. We probably need to run, honestly. That manticore will dismantle that pair of manticores. Ugly. Yeah, I mean, that's well applied on their part. That's the right thing to do. Chariot's taking a remarkably long time to break down. Really want to be able to reapply some of these flying troops elsewhere, but we do have to finish this, I think. You know what? Let's take the Doom Knights. Okay, so some of their troops are repositioning. I'm going to run both of the units of Doom Knights out here. They have 116 speed, which is something. They're not going to get here in time. But we don't have to let this thing have, like, total control over our reality. And the Doom Knights can help keep them off of the what do you call it? The horrors while we do that. Yep, that hurts. That's a lot of damage. Quickly, quickly, quickly. And then the Doom Knights can help with this stuff. Just keep running. Don't stop for nothing. Okay, there we go. That's got him spooked. You can see the Doom Knights desperately trying to get over here. Yeah, I think we're going to lose this Hell Cannon. Which set of gates is that? Oh, yeah, okay. The ones that were completely undefended. Right? So this gate is under our control, sort of. It's not very destroyed. I would love to finish off the giant if we can. Just 379 HP. See if we just take him out with the magic. And then they got monsters incoming. Some other stuff that we probably don't have to worry about too much. But yeah, let's have all of these flyers just drop in on those enemies. It's difficult to command this many units at once. So let's jump over to group 2. My guess is they're not going to come out. They're going to want to maintain the advantage of their... well, you know, there's a bunch of dead somethings in the gate here. But yeah, they're going to want to maintain the relative safety of their position, and so they're just going to sit there, which rules. Fine by me. We did manage to defeat one unit of Chaos Warriors with halberds. It is worth remembering, of course, that our aspiring champions are incredibly badass, and they have poison, so we're leeching the stats out of our enemies and stuff. This gate is open, so we can push in. Why is that being drawn from? I don't know. These are the only troops I have selected, right? Making me real nervous. Inside, everybody. Okay, Chaos Knights don't even get their charge off. And then we roll in from behind and just absolutely crush them. Yeah, just kill. Kind of indiscriminately, you know, whatever. Hey. Hey. Okay, enemy giant down. Actually, you know what? Let's have you report this way. Kind of a lot of foes showing up here. Alright, so y'all push on these Chaos Knights. We don't need to pursue the stragglers. Units love to pursue stragglers. Let's just kind of de-armor and de-leadership this whole area. That should break down pretty quick. And then we actually will be capturing control points. And it looks like we were successful in getting the Manticores to leave the cannon crew alone at the very least. As long as there's a couple of Chaos Dwarves left to activate the cannon, we're in good shape. Where did the other Manticore go? Okay, the other Manticore is currently involved in combat, so that's great. And the Chaos Knights, or the Doom Knights, seem to be winning that one very handily. Doom Knights rule. Alright, y'all report back to here, I guess. Alright, we don't really need to give too much attention to the other front. Do I want to pull these champions back? Probably not. Those are just marauders. Those are not even real melee units. So yeah, I'm not too stressed about that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull this unit off of the wall. I don't think that we need them up here, and it'll give them time pulling down here and repositioning to take control points. Will give them time to recharge their shields. Okay, the enemy is thinking about taking control of towers, but not doing anything harmful. They have no ranged units, of course, because they are a cornate force. So. And I mean, the overrun over here is going to be swift and thorough. Oh, those guys gave up immediately. That minus leadership spell is really effective. Alright. You know what? We don't actually even need this Chaos Giant. I'm just going to send him to the point. Yeah, along with these trolls. Just go cap points, I guess. Same deal here. I really like the grandness of these big siege battles now. This feels a lot better than the siege battles prior to Warhammer 3. Oh, look at you executing your brilliant charge. Let's see how long you think that was a good idea. Never mind. They all died before we even got there. Jorhul, my dude, you are bogged down in nonsense. Okay, that'll show them who's boss. Still nothing. Oh, my giant kind of decided that he was going to do a thing. Sort of without orders. But he did wait until all of the anti-large troops were gone. So, yeah, fuck these dudes. Everybody in the pool. All right, over here. Managed to pull you down, so let's go. The enemies actually led us over onto the control point, it would seem, and so we are currently capturing that. Looks like we pretty much broke their whole deal on this side. Doom Knights have done good Doom Knighting. For some reason, the flag for this unit is just in the wrong place now permanently. Strange, but whatever. Doom Knights, welcome to Group 1. They're going to try to set up a countercharge down the hill here. We got to be ready for that. Once our aspiring champions get over here, it may be time to deploy the ranged troops. Maybe.
My coronation!
Alright, you two can't actually cap that point. So let's have you respond to the incoming enemies.
On demands.
I mean, are they incoming? I guess they kind of are. It's just that the AI is really slow. Or not the AI. Sorry, it's not the fault of the AI. It's the fault of the heavily armored chaos units. They're just really slow. So we can run up here and we can attack some Chosen with halberds. That doesn't seem like the best way to spend our time. Was this place a Dark Elf fortress? Oh yeah, I guess it must have been. That makes sense, actually. I guess we could report to this front, but it doesn't feel necessary. Okay, this gate's open, so we can just run through. Yeah, I guess we just keep the demons over here. I really don't want to drop in on heavily armored halberd troops, though. That feels like a terrible waste. Alright. Control of this, and then quickly move on.
Harbinger!
Alright, that's killed a huge number of the towers they had set up.
Through shadow.
My plan is to have these units come around here and unite. I can't believe they just stood there and took the charge. Truly bizarre. Alright, they have sent in an exalted hero, which I don't love. We need to withdraw these spawn. They're getting charged way too hard. Okay, those units are all broken down. We need to, yeah. I don't think we actually need the, I don't think we actually need these, units at this point. I think this front is pretty much collapsed, but we may as well summon them, right? Makes sense to do something. Okay, so y'all have that under control. Let's make sure this thing is happening.
Bellacorn! Charge!
So, okay, those units are permanently broken. Where are my ground units? Ah, here we go. I was a little too close to the center. So they're building up a monument to wage war behind. Honestly, maybe we just send the units over to here? This point's just about ours. Yeah, we could walk around that whole situation. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. I'm going to withdraw some of these troops, though. These Chaos Warriors are probably good. The Doom Knights we might keep on hand. Well, I'm trying not to take too much damage on any individual unit so that we can get replenished as quickly as possible for the Gore Queen. I think we're going to have her pretty easily because we're going to outnumber her by a lot at the site of the battle. But I just want to be sure, you know? Oh, if those Chaos Knights separate from their halberd support, we are absolutely just going to devour them.
Agreed. Demon Prince! At once! Unleash magic!
Yeah, this is bad news for them. Let's throw down a Pit of Shades, mostly to blunt their approach. So they have to kind of like run around it. But yeah, this is going terribly for them. All of the units who are not in retreat mode, y'all can come up the hill. Yeah, something like that.
Of course!
Okay, that's doing the work. That's doing a really great job of just like holding them in place or completely annihilating them. Yeah, the Chaos Warhounds we don't even have to think about. That unit of Chaos Warhounds would trivially lose a fight with any one of these units. There we go. Decisive. That's the word I like to see before my victories. So we did let a unit of Spawn get pretty torn up. We would probably just keep the Spawn out of the next battle entirely. And Jorhul took more damage than I would have liked. And of course, the Manticore thing happened. But on the whole, like, our infantry are really healthy. So I'm very confident. Standing behind the walls of this place, we would be... Like, there's no chance that the Gore Queen's going to walk over here and just reclaim this. And in fact, you probably take her pretty easily in an open field battle as well. And Talson's force suffered almost no losses at all. Those are cool. I really like the new settlement battles. We've not done a ton of real settlement fighting in this campaign because we spent a lot of time tearing through like Norskin lands where the Norskins never learned how to build vertical structures. They don't know how to make a surface. And as such, no walls or anything. It's not that they couldn't. They just have no interest. It's not really their bag. Okay. Easy enough. 1,200 souls claimed. Occupy and vassalize. Hell yes. Plus 19% replenishment. Got ourselves a Doom Totem. Okay, that's fine.
Demon Prince.
So Talson continues to level. Grab Foe Seeker and Wound Maker.
Useful adornment.
Seems like a pretty good Wound Maker as it is, though, honestly. A couple of large Gore Queen armies actually are headed our way. Well, I feel bad for the Glacier encampment, because we basically just just consigned them to destruction.
Stay unseen.
I think we're going to stay together here. So who else has stuff that needs doing? Crom is staying hidden and hoping the dwarves just roll past into each other. God, that is so many. For them only having one settlement. Well, I guess they have two. They took Jufbar. I think Thrund Skolson's about to correct that, though. Yeah, we're just trying to stay low over here, let our enemies pick at each other.
Blasphemy.
Yep, Tolson's good. And we did a lot of the rest of our turn prior to ending the episode. Sorry, that's not the one I want. This one. So, interestingly, we did not gain a level of the Blood God's Grudge. I was really expecting that we would have. Because we definitely did just defeat a... Well, sorry. This is a Chaos Warriors faction, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, that's not... We're not going to get charges, even though she's like a Khorne-aligned Chaos Warrior boss. She is a Chaos Warrior. I'm excited to have her on the team. She looks rad. You know what else we have? Just a shit ton of money.
Belacor.
This is actually already built up pretty usefully. This is a lot of this is the way I would have wanted it, so I think we're going to leave that. Okay. Got most of our upgrades. We can outpost with Clan Scryer again. They are losing territory rapidly, though. Oh, we can put an outpost in Skavenblight. Whoever had the outpost here previously lost it, I guess. It doesn't look to me like it's worth doing. I think they're about to be removed from the game. They're getting overrun from multiple sides. Yeah, I'm just going to save my money, actually. Yeah, they are in real rough shape. Fucking dwarves, I'm telling you. Alright, so we have 40 units. Well, I don't think Valkia's army was full size, but nearly 40 units. In the service of the Gore Queen, marching toward us quickly. I think we're going to be just fine on that front. We still have this, like, unconquerable knot of a problem in the mountains, though. Well, looks like the Skaven are... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say, it kind of looks like they held out because a lot of the flags disappeared, but this is still a full-size army right here. Never mind. They're doomed. I wonder how the other Chaos Warrior factions are going to feel about me taking over other parts of the faction by force. Because, you know, I'd like to maintain my friendship with the Fecondites, if possible. I don't really care about this, so sure. Vassal gains a province development point. Still don't actually know what that means. Okay. Greenskin factions sort of glomming together. Oh yeah, it looks like the Skaven not only lost territory, but also lost literally all of their armies. It's fun stuff. Huh. It kind of seems like Valkia's armies simply haven't moved. So there's the Palace of Ruin over here. There's Kaurk, which we were headed toward with Baradon. And then is this it? They're quite small, right? Yes, these are the last two settlements. So I don't really want to stay behind and play defense.
Harbinger.
But this garrison has to rebuild after its thorough thrashing.
Mortality. Chaos is all. The fort.
I guess let's send Bellicor out.
Move. Now.
We'll have Talston just sit in ambush mode outside of Dagrax's end. Try to draw their attention. I really don't want to get sieged inside of it, so we're not going to commit that way.
My adoring hordes.
I'm hoping Valkia will not turn around on us. Or will we just run in here and crush this? Alright, continue to burn it all. And I guess we should stay together.
There shall be ruin. Destruction awaits. Concealed to kill.
Yep, you're definitely super concealed. Really great job there. I'm going to pull Hivold this way. Go... Scout Ruins isn't going to do anything. What am I... Actually, if you do Scout Ruins, is that the thing that lets you solve puzzles for very small amounts of money? It might be. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, the dwarves are just fully headed this way. The idea that these two dwarf factions are at war with each other appears to have been a trick. Where the hell even is... Where is that dwarf army? It just disappeared. It's definitely not one of these two. Well, I don't much fancy running forward and fighting 40 units of dwarves, even if a lot of these dwarf units are not their best.
The council's voice.
Alchemist Bark's army is also garbage.
I foresee destruction.
Yeah, I hate to just bail on you, but, like... That army is not capable of fighting anybody. I'm gonna bail. Vampiric corruption.
Go now.
How annoying.
You have my promise. I have risen. Yes, my ruinous
Alright,
power.
Malefac's Painbringer is prepping the army that will become Valkia's, right?
A glorifying act.
So, 18 points left in the allied pool. Let's pull one more of these. And then I guess if I'm still doing slow recruitment here, there's no reason for me to do anything else.
No, blame you.
Because we can pull in all of the real units next turn and not have to pay their upkeep in extra time. We are witnessing his beauty. I guess, kind of. Attrition suffered by defenders up. Like, we certainly don't need this stuff.
I am Slanesh's son.
Our economy is more than solid. That's my opinion.
Excellent.
Right, Talston and Entiro haven't moved, but they're not going to.
True demonic glory.
All right. Research. So we picked up Summons of Slanesh. Did we get the equivalent thing over here? No, we probably should, right? Give the faction leader's army all of the various abilities. Not that we need them usually. And then I think I'm not going to spend any money this turn. We're just gonna bank. I don't need all the money we'll have for recruitment, but you know, we also don't need it for anything else at this point either. We're kind of we're kind of set economically. So I think it's very soon that we're going to have access to... This is probably not the most eventful place to leave the camera. I think it's very soon that we're going to have access to another portal. I don't know how we're going to put it down with Crom, because like the place where I want to put it down where it will actually be useful is now behind a wall of dwarves. Just a big, squat, beardy wall. I do not think we need another one over here. I'm a little bummed out about the portal that I did put down over here being so far to the right. I really wish you got to pick where it actually goes instead of just picking effectively a quadrant of the universe, and then the game's like, yeah, whatever, I'm gonna slap it down over there. But it's still functional, and hopefully we won't even need to hopefully we won't need to use it again after we're done here. Okay. Ambuscator is gained on multiple demons, which is wonderful.
Handsome and lethal.
Dark princeling. Into darkness.
Avert your eyes.
All right, the two of you roll together. Probably should have the scouts move first. That's how scouting works. Oh, the Eldar Spire. Let's just not even pretend that these aren't the same setting anymore, right? Okay, so Glacier Encampment is the topmost area. Ironfrost is here, but it's uninhabited currently. A lot of stuff has been mysteriously burned to the ground recently.
The first. All goes to plan.
Okay, we would not be able to make contact this turn.
Follow me.
I'm hopeful that they're not actually training anything in here. Okay, they have an army outside, which we might be able to deal with.
Drawing.
Paradon obviously is just going to take this out. Hooray! Paradon gets his own dragon. Now you're really one of us. So, let's finish off this stuff, I guess.
I am pleased.
Cool. I don't actually care, but it's good. It's good to know. All right, yeah. So this should be fairly easy to take. Be'lakor with Baradon following up. So that'll resolve the north. Like, I think the whole north, too. I think that's like totally it. I don't really want to ride out and attack you, I don't think. Valkia seems to be getting basically nothing done, which is great news for us.
Destruction for all.
All right, this is the turn where we got to bring everything in. So first things first, all the Chaos Warriors, Aspiring Champions are great. Let's grab some trolls. I love trolls. A giant, why not? A couple of hell cannons, another kind of giant. Maybe another hell cannon, honestly.
They will be dominated.
We don't have any regiments of renown in the pool. So what do I wrap this up with? Dragon Ogres and Forsaken. And another unit of trolls.
Destruction for
Sure.
They will be dominated.
I do not think Scalpig should be able to stop us here. We're going to try to approach sneaky-like, though. It is pretty likely that this is going to get seen through, but if it doesn't, we can finally wipe this faction out for good. Be very excited to see that happen. All right, so Crom is doing Crom's thing. Yeah, I think we're good. And at this point, yeah, we can go back to devoting all of the money to building upgrades. Next turn. We get our Cursor's Boon next turn. How are we going to make that actually work?
Now they will see true power.
Oh, the dwarves are going like way north. So they're probably going to take Carrick Cadron. I think I'm going to take that as an opportunity
Very well, I'll move.
to sneak past them and drop the portal. We just need to be on the Grom Peak side of the line, right?
Moving now.
When I press the button, and then we can retreat after that. But then we have a position through which we can drop like 4 or 5 enemies in a single turn and just really fuck some dwarves up. Yeah, okay. And we can reclaim Carrick Cadron afterward. Or we can let the Skaven hold it. I wouldn't be opposed to the Skaven. Because as long as it's in the hands of a military ally, it still gets checked off on our list. So there's still a lot of Empire factions that are sort of like clinging to life. Not really sure how. Yep, they're definitely just going for Carrick Cadron. Fine, fine. You'll have it. It'll be completely indefensible to you. Join your war against the Court of Liberis. No, I'm good. Thanks. Congratulations on finding yourself a new settlement, though, through Confederation, right before you were wiped out in the south. It's the only reason that that would be their capital now. The greenskin factions of the world seem to be having kind of a rough go of it. There is unfortunately very little I can do about it. I have a lot of things to focus on already. Okay, the Disciples of the Maw fully eliminated. The Gormadni tribe have been dead for 1,000,000 years.
Maker. At once.
Can that other army reach us this turn? Is the question.
Destroy. Spread ruin.
No, not quite. Alright. Well, ride fast, provide backup. Next turn, we will definitely take down this palace.
There is no escape from the Dark Master.
Crom needs to sneak across the border of Grom Peak. Let's make sure we're fully on the other side, and then Cursor's Boon. Do it. Okay, that's a pretty good spot for that. And then we turn around because we got places to be.
Yes.
Yeah, very annoying. Very annoying play from our opponents.
Host.
Dominance.
Fool. I move when fate decrees.
So somewhere around here. Aha! And Dracula's Spire is the one that's on the objective list, is that right? Yep, okay. It's nice and tucked away once we have it. I suspect we will not have to put much effort into defending it.
Who are these grotesqueries? Attack!
Go take this on your own, because Intiro's troops need more time to heal. Just keep pouring souls into the soul pool. Wow, that is a very impressive distance that it moved back.
This time.
I am Slanesh's sire. Witness my beauty.
Skill points are not having a tremendous effect.
Now
right now. I think most of our lords are in the place where it's just like it's not super valuable to keep leveling up. Do we want to run out and just grab these dudes? I mean, I can wait until they are feeling a little bit more desperate. Once they have no settlements and they're suffering terrible attrition.
Yes, my ruinous power.
How did you spawn a second massive army?
Now is chaos.
All right, well, we'll ride these ones down. We'll take the replenishment, and then we'll just get back on the other one. Wow. 5 skill points is pretty good.
The gods smile. Yes, it is so.
There are just infinite copies of this force. They always have more armies somehow. Oh wow, our Ragnarok spiders. Those are pretty serious monsters, actually. That is not a trivial fight. And the army as a whole might still be a trivial fight, but that unit at least is something. All right, we're still not interested in building outposts. All right, so we need 10K, and then honestly, I think most if not all of our settlements are completely built out.
Do you wish to be crowned as the ever?
I cannot believe you are still alive, frankly. It's just slowly being sieged to death. Yeah, Tilia has completely retaken all of their old territory. That is a huge bummer. Like, where did this army even come from? Just fucking rogue army mitosis. Well, hopefully these ones somehow will be the last ones. Saw Sylvania's turn took quite a while there. Let's hope that they were doing something useful, like dwarf fighting with all that time. Legion of the Gore Queen not managing to launch any attacks on us in that turn is a very fucking bad sign for them. I thought there was some chance that they would turn the half army that we saw riding east around and try to get that plus the garrison of their final fortress to press Bellicor. Having not done that, I think they are in a pretty dire situation. Okay, Crom is enjoying some time in the volatile vortex.
Dominance. A glorifying act.
We should all be so lucky.
This is wise. This time.
Can I get on land too? Yes, okay. Good. That way we can at least get some replenishment going.
Attack. Ready. You have my faith. Time to break.
In this case, I do not think that there is any real threat coming shortly afterwards, so we can afford to take a little bit of a beating. And honestly, like, a close victory is not nearly as bad. Yes, enforced confederation. Problem solved.
Worship me.
Okay, so question. Did we gain an army? No, okay. It used to be the case that when you confederated a force, you would gain control of all of their armies. It seems like what it does now is it simply removes all of their armies from the map and then lets you build up from there. It may be this kind of confederation is the only one that functions this way as well. It's hard to say. So we probably are doing an ascension to demonhood with this one, so I guess these skill points don't matter a huge amount.
A glorifying act.
The Palace of Ruin is very reasonably constructed.
The Dark Master.
So at this point,
Do not stop into darkness.
yep, we are allowed to just do a full turn of running after the battle, which I really appreciate.
Never stop. The gods direct me.
Just going to roll up here with the intention of retaking Carrick Cadron after they get it from us, although it does seem like they're not making a huge amount of progress
Honored.
in that direction. Who knows? Maybe they won't actually do it.
I go where I please.
Forward unto slaughter.
What, somebody else's slaughter, presumably, not our slaughter.
The Dark Prince wishes.
All right, the least sneaky approach ever.
Eternal blasphemy.
Why does this army only have this many units in it? I guess we could take on some more Chaos Knights. This army's it's probably a little short on, like, meat, though.
The world.
We don't really need more giant type things. Yeah, why don't we,
Mortality. Such.
I guess. It's fine.
I am chaos made manifest. Tread the paths of chaos.
All right, back down toward all this dwarf nonsense. How big is your faction again?
Is unthinkable. Do you take me?
Okay, for some reason I'm not allowed to enter diplomacy that way. Okay. 18th in overall strength they are reported, but only 4th in, or they only have 4 settlements. All right, so our allies have our vassals rather, have overtaken a lot of this territory. How did the has the anger about me wiping out their Dark Elf allies faded on these Khemri at all now that those Dark Elf allies no longer exist?
For the mortuary.
Yes, it has. Not, like, enough, but it totally has. They also have 100 points of natural aversion to us, which is going to be real hard to overcome. Probably impossible to overcome. But if we could make friends with them, it would make my life a lot easier. As long as they're still down with the Cult of Pleasure, we probably cannot manage that. And the Cult of Pleasure is quickly taking over all of Ulthuan, which is very annoying. What else do we want? 20% extra souls gained. That Marauder stuff doesn't really matter. This doesn't matter. This is something. It is a technology that is helpful in some way. We're running a little bit thin on those. So, we gotta take what we can get.
Wins, yes.
I'm actually going to scout a little further down here. Okay, Rothkar Spire is down here. So we don't know every place that that this faction owns yet. We've seen 3 of their 4 settlements. We're probably not looking at any enemies around here anytime soon, but also, like, none of this stuff matters. Yeah. Nope, don't actually want to do that. Overlays thing is kind of a problem, kind of in the way a little bit. Okay, so that's all set, and I think we're good. We just, one of the 2 settlements we picked up is only level 4, but I think this is the last upgrade stuff that we need to do. I didn't actually look. I'm assuming Dracula's Spire is not a dark fortress. Or not a place where we could convert into a dark fortress in any case. So it won't be able to manage its own defense to any extent at all. We are probably going to have to come over here. Yeah, I was going to say, if Katep attacks us, and it seems like it's about time. Oh, interesting. The Broken Axe refused to go to war. They broke the alliance. What a bunch of assholes.
Tread the shadow paths as I.
Oh my god, what? Once again, I expect in a few turns they'll pay us for forgiveness. I don't understand what their problem is, you know? I'm a little bummed out about Katep declaring war on us, because that definitely means that Dracula's Spire will be less safe unless we want to go through all the trouble of taking out all of this stuff, which I really don't. I think maybe we wipe out this dwarf faction and then we just leave. We just portal ourselves out of here. And we can come back and grab Dracula. If it's going to be a thing that's impossible to defend in the long term, we can just come back and grab it at the moment that it is relevant, rather than trying to hold on to it until then. It's a little annoying. It's a little inconvenient to have to like leave and then come back. But I don't think it's worth the effort. So we're not really going to play another round, but I do want to run our agent all the way to the south here just to see. Okay, so we're hitting the area that is Khemri territory. Where are these dwarf settlements? We got one. Oh, they took over Headgrave. Okay, so we can see everything. Yeesh. Look at all that. They've got to be the most powerful faction on the world, right? I guess maybe not. We don't really know what's going on in Cathay. Elves. Oh, these categories are in alphabetical order. They are in fact rank 6. I'm rank 2. Do we know rank 1? Ah, different dwarf faction. Hopefully far enough south that we don't have to deal with them too much. Although, actually, their stuff extends very, very far to the north. Oh, what a nightmare. What a nightmare dealing with all of that is going to be. All right, well, let's just worry about the problems that are directly in front of us first. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, I'm hoping to get to just finish off these dwarves. It doesn't seem like this dwarven faction is in much of a position to put up a fight. They're supposed to be relatively powerful, but not relative to us, relative to sort of the universal baseline. We should be able to roll over them pretty quickly, and then from there I think it's time to gather our forces in the east and really try and resolve some of the problems that have been plaguing us over there basically the entire game. And we'll see you then.